Hello, hello. Come in, come in. Hello, everyone. It is 7 p.m. For some reason, my computer's wanting to give me some feedback. So, hello, everyone. How are you? Come in, come in. Hello, hello. Well, hey, Miss Bickham, how are you? Welcome, my dear. It's good to see you. How is everyone this evening? How is everyone? Hello, hello. And of course, now my doggies want to act up. How is everyone today on this fine? It was a beautiful, beautiful Sunday today. No snow. All the snow is melting. Thank goodness. Hello, Vivian Crosby. I am great. I am very, very good. Welcome home farm. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Regina Young, hello. Hello, Leah. Hello to you too. Amanda, welcome from Arizona. Miss Susan, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Miss Esora, hi. Gayleen, hi. I am feeling much better. Thank you for asking. And hello, Miss Ethel from Chicago, the Windy City. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Hello, Miss Minerva. How are you today? Thank you for being here. Hello, Eartha. Thank you. Your snow is gone too up there. Oh my gosh, your snow is gone too. Virginia, hello from Kentucky. Wait a minute, Arthur, you're in ATL, no? Am I remembering correctly? I have a terrible memory, so I apologize if I got ATL wrong. Hello, Miss Virginia from Kentucky. Kat, you at the job? 5 minutes before your break is over. Enjoy the rest of your night, darling. Working hard, and thank you for not getting in trouble. Harriet's Treasures. Hello from Louisiana. Thank you for being here. And Miss Sonia and Glam Glam. Hello to the both of you. Thank you for being here. Troy, Ohio, Miss Gayleen says, welcome. Vanessa, you made it by my time, not Central. No, not Central Time. We are Eastern Standard Time here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you taking time out of your day because it's 6 p.m. Central, right? I think so, anyways. Iowa, snow has melted there, Miss Nancy. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, Louisiana, Louisiana. I'm trying to keep everybody's locations, well, the regulars' locations together. It's kind of difficult because all of y'all all over the map. It's amazing how many of you guys come in on a regular basis, and I absolutely love it. And that's partly what we're talking about tonight. So that is cool. Shannon, how are you? Oh, thank you. I'm not a leader, but thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. Miss Sandra, thank you. How are you? I'm glad you are back as well. Vanessa, I'm not going to do this. My son, he was in here earlier, but I don't know what he's doing now. Um, I thought he was going to be in here with us, but he decided not to. Miss Vanessa, Gary, Indiana. Your snow melted up there? Oh my goodness. Vivian, snow left Wednesday. Linda, thank you from Colorado. I appreciate that. Charlotte is from Alabama. Coleman, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We got a lot of new faces in here. Thank you, Miss Ethel. I appreciate that. I feel great, actually. Sandra is from Oklahoma. Terry, Frosty, Canada. I bet you are frosty up there. Laura from Odom, Georgia. First time watcher. Well, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming. We are a wonderful little group of folks here, so please make yourself at home. Feel free to ask questions if you would like to. Jackson, Mississippi. Welcome to Regina. Regina, sorry. Miss Kenya, hey darling. Ichi boy. Hello, Miss Eve. This is Kevin from Charleston, South Carolina. New fan of you. Thank you. Charleston is phenomenal. So I'm gonna have to get up with you the next time I'm down that way. I love Charleston. We go kind of frequently, not very frequently, but we do go and I enjoy it every time I go. I'm actually a huge fan of Folly Beach. So we go there quite a bit. So let me check a message really quickly. Okay. And turn that phone off. My goodness. All right. Go back up. Got my son just Going crazy right now. Vicky C, happy Sunday from Overland Park, Kansas. Thank you. Shannon Margaret. Hey, Shannon Margaret. How are you, darling? Awesome. Feeling happy, blessed, and have been losing some extra weight, so all is good. Girl, let me tell you, I went to the doctor this week. He was proud of me because I done lost quite a bit of weight. So I'm actually really excited about that. Um, Contributed to eliminating meat from my diet, most meat anyways, and have been doing pretty good with that. Been doing really well actually with that until today. Fell off the wagon, but it'll be all right. I'll be back on the wagon again tomorrow. Charlotte says Brenda Drake's cousin. Oh, cool beans. Well, welcome, fam. Hey, fam. How you doing? John C. Miss Social Deb, Carol Coleman, all my favorite peoples. Vanessa McCorkle. Let us see. We have Kim Maynard from Feeding Hills. That's awesome. Never heard of Feeding Hills. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Jean Walker from DC. I have family there. Leah from BC, Canada, Vancouver. International love here in the room today. Bayla 33 from Berea, Ohio. Laura Dent says, thank you. Been following you and Candia for a while on YouTube. Well, thank you. I'm sure Candia thanks you as well. We do enjoy embroidery and helping you guys get the most out of your embroidery experience and your embroidery business. I definitely appreciate you guys being here with me this evening. Bickham says, hey to Oklahoma. You got family up there, dear? Virginia Hillgrass says, I love your Dollar Tree DIY. Thank you. I had a lot of fun with that. I've made several of those. So, it's a lot of fun. I just thought it was really creative when I came across that idea and decided to make one of my own. I love Dollar Tree. Oh my God. I practically live in Dollar Tree. That's not really a good thing, but I love Dollar Tree. So anything I can do to get things going with Dollar Tree, I have a lot of fun with it. I have other crafts. I wish I don't know if I should share those or not because I try to stick to embroidery here. But that's such a popular video, that's why I haven't taken it down. Let's see. Thread Pen says, hi from Maryland. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. D Heart Couture. Hey Eve, watching from Oakland, California. California. So tired of party. That's my daughter's favorite song this morning. Welcome from Cali. Appreciate you being here. Patricia Mills says, hello, Eve, signing in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. God bless. It's been a minute, but I have been watching, learning, and observing. Thank you, Miss Patricia. I appreciate you letting me know that. If you have any other questions, please let me know, or suggestions. Being that you've been watching, please, you guys, feel free to offer suggestions. I'm open to anything we can try to improve the channel because we want to get better at all times. Deborah says, Deborah from Brooklyn, New York. Hi, Eve. Hi, everyone, rather. Glad you look so good, Miss Eve. I quilted a quilt on my embroidery machine, and it came out really nice. Oh, that's what's up. Cool beans. I appreciate you telling me that. I have a really good friend in here, and she's been trying to get me to quilt. I'm going to jump on that bandwagon one day. Right now, I don't know about that. But hopefully soon, I'll jump on the bandwagon. I did try to quilt one quilt, an actual really quilt, and I'll have to show you guys one day. It was really pretty the way it turned out, but because I'm so extreme when it comes to things being just so, the lines weren't straight, and it wasn't turning out straight, and I just wasn't happy, so I was just like, whatever, this is a fool. Yeah, it was a trip. So I may get back into it. I don't know. Shannon Margaret, ma'am, I'm looking at the scan and cut or another smaller end and was wondering what everyone suggests. I think you have Cricut. I do. I have two Cricuts. Someone was talking to me about that scan and cut, and they say it's really awesome because you can scan actually from a picture and cut out what you want, which I thought was really cool. I may delve into that one day. I don't know, but for right now, I'm sticking with Cricut because that's what I have, and I'm used to it. But I did have a request to do a video on doing applique with the cutting machine. So I actually have a job that needs to be done with applique, quite a bit of applique actually. And so my plan is to do a video, hopefully this week, on applique with the cutting machine. So I don't have a silhouette. That person asked for silhouette. I don't have that. But I mean, the principles are all pretty much the same. Cutting machine, put it on, and cut it out. So that's the plan coming up, hopefully shortly this week or next week, on the cutting machines, because I have the job to do anyway, so we'll be getting that done. Melissa Hollis, I have a question. Please, the embroidery machine you have, the brother with the 4x4 hoop, do you like the machine? Because I want to get one and just stuck on what to get. I absolutely love my 4x4 brother embroidery machine. I love them. When it comes to suggesting which machine to get, especially if you haven't ever done embroidery before, that is one of the main machines, the only actually machine that I suggest, because it's such a low entry point, to price point rather, to get into doing embroidery. Most of your machines are upwards 1,000, 1,500, and way on up there. But that little bitty machine starts out at about $350 at Walmart. So you can even find the older models sometimes a little bit less, or on Craigslist. Okay, just look for the brother 4x4 machine with that small hoop. And the thing is, if you get into embroidery and you find out you don't like it, which I doubt very seriously you will get to the point you don't like it, but if you did, it's a small sacrifice, and you could very easily, I'm sure, sell it, move it, and get most of your money back off of it. And it's small, easy to embroider on. It's not that difficult to learn. That is an excellent starter machine. I suggest it to anyone. The brother SE 400, 425, PE 500. They're easy to maintain. I have videos showing how to maintain certain things on it, how to take certain things apart on it to keep your maintenance up. So yes, I definitely love that 4x4 machine. Now, after you get into embroidery and you realize, hey, you know what, I need bigger than 4x4. Okay, you can step up from there and get a little bit bigger, but it does a lot of projects, surprisingly large amount of projects that you can do with that 4x4 machine. You can do shirts, you can do sweatshirts, you can do polo shirts. That's all in shirt family. I've done pants with it in the waistband, putting initials in the waistband. I've done that. I've done ball caps on it. I mean, there's blankets. I mean, there's a whole range of stuff you can do with that little 4x4 machine. It's an awesome little machine. So definitely give it a look if you haven't done that yet. Miss Shannon Margaret says that quilting is awesome. I'm sure it is. I just got to get into it. Tracy Etheridge says, hello, everyone. Hello to you, Miss Tracy. Vanessa says, I love quilting baby items, blankets, but do many baby items. Yes, it was a baby blanket I was trying to quilt. So I'm going to have to get it one day and show it to you guys, so you guys can see the pathetic little attempt that I tried to make with that thing and then got frustrated. Miss Penny says, all evening to you too, my dear. Welcome to our videos, our live. Laura Dent says, love my silhouette. Cameo 3, Robin Bryant says, hello, everyone. Hello to you, Miss Robin Bryant. Justin McCoy is in here, you guys. Justin was here with us last week. He has been under the weather pretty bad. So, Justin, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to our live, you guys. Let Justin know you hope he feels better, because he was feeling really under the weather. I was kind of worried about him. I know he's a big boy and can handle everything, but you hate for anybody. I was sick. Oh my God, I was so sick. So I don't even want to think of how he would have felt. So hopefully you'll feel better. And you too, Miss Janet Hunsinger. It looks like you're not feeling well either from Homestead, Florida. So I hope you feel better as well. There's a lot of sickness going around, y'all. So make sure we're washing hands and doing vitamin C and eating our veggies and getting some good nutrients in to fight this mess, because there's a lot of sicknesses going around. And I darn sure don't want to catch it again, because that was rough. Laura Dent says, brother is the best. I have the PR655, jumped in head first a year ago and couldn't imagine having a single needle. Yeah, well, I started out with the single needle and I couldn't imagine having a multi-needle. So now that I have been fortunate enough to get one, I love it. If you can make the swing to get a multi-needle, by all means go ahead. But if you have a limited budget, that single needle will serve you very well if you take good care of it and take your time and learn. It's not difficult to do. Miss Cynthia, hello to you too. Miss Forrest, Laura Dent says you will love it, Melissa. Louisa says, hello, everyone. Hello to you, too. Bola, hello, Eve. Hi, everyone. My favorite is embroidery on baby items. Yes, the baby items on that 4x4 machine is a cinch because everything is so little. So it's easy to do onesies and baby blankets and baby hats and baby bibs. So, yes, that little 4x4 machine is a very good investment. Vanessa McCorker had one. She said, had one, loved it, outgrew it in 1 month. So it's a lot of fun for entry. Hello, your Viking designer one, and so on. So yes, the 4x4 is a very good entry machine if you're able to get it. Shannon Margaret asked, what was your weather this weekend? Mine this weekend was phenomenal. It warmed up. We went from freezing and snow Wednesday to Thursday, and now Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we went from 50s on up. Today was right at 70. It was like mid 60s. It was crazy, and I loved it, which is why I'm sporting short sleeves today. It was just so beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. So Vanessa McCorkle says use the boyfriend loan. I don't know nothing about that boyfriend loan. I got the husband loan that don't want a loan. So we gonna not touch that just in case he's watching or something. But yes, you probably can use the boyfriend loan if you have that available to you. Melissa Hollis says thank you everyone and thank you for the feedback. You're welcome, my dear. It is 7:14, quarter after. I want to let you guys know that I had a very powerful discussion with a new client this week that came by. And it was just a really, it was poignant. It was so thought provoking that I was like, okay, this really does seem to be a topic that I don't know if you guys have taken a moment to discuss. And it's interesting because, in a way, we're already putting it into practice. All right. But in the event that you're not 100% sure on a way to improve your business, let's talk about it. Okay. So, embroidery, one of the main questions that I get a lot is how can I start my embroidery business, or how can I build up embroidery business? Do you advertise? How do you advertise for your business? How do you get new customers? It's a very big question that I get quite a bit. All right. And because it's in my nature that I talk to anyone, I talk to everyone that I meet. I don't meet a stranger. I automatically network. All right. And it's unintentional, but in a way it's intentional. And because of that, I've been able to meet some really awesome people that have been instrumental in assisting me grow my business. Okay. For instance, Mr. Justin, who is in here with us, it just so happens that I went to his shop for something entirely different, completely irrelevant to embroidery, and just striking up a conversation on, embroidery, or I just happened to mention, hey, if you know anybody that needs XYZ, I do embroidery, just let me know. And it clicked with him, hey, I've been needing someone to do embroidery. If I hadn't have taken that moment to mention it, then that's a connection that I would have missed. Okay. So not saying that you want to go out and tell everyone that you meet, hey, I do embroidery, hey, I do embroidery. But what you can do is follow the same networking path that Justin and I have been on, and a few other people have been on with me to help grow your embroidery business. Okay. Let's do it for instance. And I've mentioned it somewhat in our live session before, but we're going to emphasize it a little bit different. All right. So, say for instance, have you taken the moment to check with your local heat press shop, or your local luggage store at the mall? Luggage is something that you can embroider on. Check with your local schools. And the thing is, once you network with the right person, they're going to automatically word of mouth network for you as well. Instead of spending money on advertising, or because I've spent money advertising on not YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, I could have saved all of that money by just networking with the people that were right in my own backyard. So networking is very important. It's a tool that you don't realize gives you an advantage over other people who refuse to see they have blinders on when it comes to networking. I don't understand that because they want to, spend that money and automatically get customers because they put up advertisements or they bought a commercial or they, paid for flyers or whatever the case may be. It doesn't take all of that. It really doesn't. Social networking is great. I know for a fact, like Miss Candia uses social networking with her marketing. She does an excellent job of it, and pretty much is images of what she's done and offering those same services to other people. And her images are gorgeous. So of course, it's going to draw people in to say, hey, I want to do that too. But there are also other businesses local to you that very well could utilize your embroidery services. Okay. So the customer that came to me, he does graphic artistry, um, making logos, building websites, business cards, things of that magnitude. Very nice guy. But his network didn't include embroidery. So now that he has an embroidery connection, I got you. Whatever embroidery you need, just let me know. And because this is a business connection, we can work out a more affordable price so that you can mark up your business products that I'm embroidering for you on the back end that your customers don't know anything about. Okay. And then that also opened up the door for, hey, I got a friend down here. He does vinyl heat press. You let me know if you need that. If you don't do it, I can have it done for you. That was another connection. And that way I'm networking with Justin. Okay. And I have another network available to me where he does screen printing. Hey, I know somebody that does screen printing. Their customer doesn't know that these are all these different folks whose hands is in the pot to get his job done. But the thing that I'm trying to emphasize to you guys is make sure you're examining your options for networking. Please don't leave that stone unturned because it is amazing how many business owners I've come across who do other services such as like Justin with vinyl or my other client with screen printing. And they're like, we couldn't find anybody to do embroidery. What do you mean you couldn't find anybody? I mean, there has to be other embroiderers here in the area, and there are. But if you don't have that connection, they were missing out. So I definitely wanted to emphasize that for you. And like Ms. Pickham said, subcontracting is the way to go. Subcontracting as well. I mean, I didn't really look at it that way because I didn't think that there was a contract, but it is. I have a separate contract with them to do their work for them. So definitely look into that, you guys. I don't know what subcontracting is, Miss Vanessa. Subcontracting is basically you are working the contract for the master contractor. So there's contractor here, you're the sub, you're up under him. The person up here isn't really doing the work, you are. So you're the subcontractor. You don't own the main contract, you're just doing the work for the main contract. So that's what a subcontractor is. My husband is a subcontractor. That's been his line of business for many, many years. He's self-employed, but he subcontracts. So you're still self-employed, but what you're doing is just working under someone else who owns the master contract, which is great because at the end of the day, they're the ones that have to get the flack or the feedback from other things that's going on while you're doing what you need to do in the background back here. It's really cool. So it doesn't have to go whole 1099 and all that jazz, but it definitely needs to be looked at if you're struggling to find business. And I will tell you this from firsthand from experience. If you did decide to subcontract, be prepared for the influx of work. I'm gonna have to repeat that because This is another conversation I had with another really good friend. You have to be prepared for that influx of work, because what's happening is you're not sitting around waiting on Joe customer or Sally supplier or any of these little people that's coming and knocking on the door saying, "Hey, can you do this one coat for me, or can you do this one baby blanket for me?" No, you're talking about, "Hey, I got 50 hats that need to be done in 2 weeks for a photo shoot," or "I have 100 jackets that need to be done for my customer. My customer sells his own jackets online, so he needs his logo embroidered on these jackets." And the business is huge. It's not one, two, three pieces in most instances. You're talking about large quantities of stuff when you're subcontracting. So look into it, but you have to be prepared, because I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys. When I started it, I wasn't, I didn't think that it would get to this level. I really did. Justin warned me, and he knows we talk about this all the time. He warned me. Several other people close in my closer circle warned me, and I'm like, yeah, well, it'll happen. I don't know when it'll happen, but man, that thing, the avalanche started, and I panicked, and I was like, oh my god, am I okay? Now all of a sudden, I'm having to learn to be organized. Now all of a sudden, I'm having to figure out how to keep my customers from just popping up on me, when they have something they need to be doing and I'm trying to work, or I'm not at home because I'm out having to go get supplies. So, like, you see what I'm saying? You have to prepare now, okay? So, making sure that you're organized is a huge, 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 huge thing that you have to learn. And it's funny because a lot of crafters are not organized people. We flourish in chaos, or some people don't agree with that, but I know I flourish in chaos. So what I'm having to learn is retrain that line of thinking and say, no, I mean, I may flourish, but I'm gonna have to learn to flourish in organization as well, because I have customers that are like, wait a minute, my stuff should have been done by now, and their stuff is getting done. How does that work? Because I wasn't organized at that time. So in the last 4 months and getting myself more organized for this influx of work, it's made a world of difference. So you definitely have to organize. You definitely need to network if you're looking to grow. If you're not looking to grow your business, then that's fine. And I completely understand, because not everyone wants to operate at that level. I totally get that, because when I first started, that wasn't my goal. I didn't have to work, still don't have to work, but I chose to do so. So, like Gayleen says, you're going to follow Candia's game plan by advertising your name on your shirts, outerwear. That is absolutely phenomenal. I've done it. I've blinged a jacket that says I do bling with my number at the bottom. Give me a call. It works. People do see it. You are walking advertisement, and it does help, especially if your business name and your business logo can tell people by looking at it what your business is. Okay. Your name and your business logo don't absolutely have to tell people what your business is, because mine does not. It's the baby's booty. I have a duck. That doesn't tell anybody that it's embroidery, but if I put under my logo, hey, embroidery and baby gifts, that helps. So you have to make sure that when you do present yourself, even by advertising your name on outerwear or on giveaways or signs in yards or signs in other businesses, that you also indicate what all that you do, especially if your name doesn't immediately tell people exactly what you do. So that is definite help, Ms. Gayleen. And Candia does have several videos that outline many different things that you can do to promote your business. And a lot of it is free, especially when you may already have a shirt that works and you already do the embroidery putting together. It doesn't have to cost anything. Networking doesn't have to cost anything. It's just a matter of going, but you're at a dry cleaners. You're at a dry cleaners. Hey, I'm coming to drop off my shirts. I was wondering, do you have anybody to do embroidery? Because a lot of people go, they know there's a seamstress in the dry cleaners, but they may ask her, hey, do you do embroidery? She does seamstress. She doesn't do embroidery. Could be their connection for embroidery. Give it a shot. So that was pretty much what I wanted to bring up and discuss with you guys. What do you do for networking? What are some of your tips, or what is something that you struggle with when it comes to networking to grow your business? Because there's for the group that is here watching today, everyone wants to succeed in their business if what you're doing is for business. Now some are doing it just for fun. Got you. But for those who are doing this for business, what is your take on it? What have you been doing for networking? What have you found difficult about networking? Any pros or any cons? I know one con from my own experience is when you're dealing with other businesses, their level of expectation of turnaround time is very low. They don't want to wait 3, 4, 5 weeks for their orders. So you have to be on top of your game and getting those orders right out. They don't want to wait. A lot of them don't want to wait. But then there are some that completely understand and they're like, oh, we already know what to do. So you're good. Don't even worry about it. So what Justin says, it blow up. Yeah, it blew slap up. It really did. And a good half of that is Justin's fault. I want y'all to know that. It's Justin's fault. I'm being silly. But for you guys, what have you been doing for networking? And if you don't network, what do you do to bring business, to bring food, bring customers to your business? What do you do? Otherwise, we have bell ringing for the day. I have a couple of people who have gotten machines, and we'll be doing that at the end. Somebody told me they were looking forward to the bell this week, so I'm excited about that. And other than that, if you have any other questions in regards to embroidery, growing your business, um, what to do to prepare for influx in business, what are you guys thinking right now? And it's interesting, you guys have gotten quiet. I think it's important to post your prices, turnaround times, as well as the rush fees. Oh my God. We need to talk about that. Kenya says, my husband actually been talking at the barber shop. That brought in business for you. The barbershop is a good one too. I have had a couple of people contact me from the barbershop. I haven't actually done any barber beauty salon work yet. But yes, that is definitely it. Gayleen says your company is Geechee Stitches. I love that. My girlfriend owns a hair salon and we worked out a plan. That's what's up. That definitely helps. Sheila Cuffy says only coming up on 1 year. I work in a school, get some of the business from there. Very good. What do you do, Eve, if there's a company that you know uses someone else for embroidery? What do you do if there is a company that you know uses someone else for embroidery? Okay, well, in that instance, what I generally do is ask them, hey, have you thought about possibly getting some other work done at a different embroiderer? For instance, I went to my doctor's. I told y'all I went to the doctor. And while I was there, I asked him, I said, well, I do embroidery. Didn't know if you knew that. I have started doing embroidery. I was wondering, hey, would you be interested in getting your lab coats done? Work out a deal with you. And he told me, well, I have a company that I use. All I got to do is press the button on how many shirts I want. They have my logo. They have everything. And it's, he showed me his lab coat and it's really nice. And so I use them. Great. I'm glad you're happy. I just wanted to let you know if I could be of any service in the future, just give me a holler. That's that. I mean, the worst they can tell you is no. And that's pretty much what he told me. It didn't hurt my feelings because I saw he already had stuff embroidered. So you will hear no. You'll hear it, and it's okay to hear no because everyone has a choice. But if you don't ask, that's where you're doing yourself a disservice. Because they could be secretly unhappy with their embroidery and you don't know it, and they're not really complaining to you because they don't know that you do it. So that's where you reach out and say hello. Hey, this is what I do. It could potentially turn into a business customer. Vanessa says you are right. I use a launderer. Well, the boyfriend does. I left cards with them to do his referring me to use them for church nursing uniforms. That is one other than me word of mouth everywhere I go. Very good. Church is another one. That's a big one actually because I do know like choir robes or the sashes that they wear. The thing that drapes over the podium. There's a lot of embroidery in the churches, so check there as well for your place of worship. Shay says, very happy to get you on live. Blessing. Very good. I appreciate you being here, Miss Shay. Thank you for being here. Ms. Beckham says the fire and police departments are a great source. They are. Yes, ma'am. There's a whole lot of fire and police departments all over, so definitely check with them. Sheila Cuffy says, and she mentioned I should let that company know I do it. That is correct as well. I am familiar with some of the bigger companies that will farm out the smaller jobs to the little people because they don't want to do the little people jobs. They want to do big people jobs. So yes, don't even hesitate on contacting an embroidery company that you may know around the corner and say, hey, I do embroidery as well. If you don't want to deal with the little jobs, just let me know. I'll take them off your hands. So that could be a help as well. Gayleen Winston, Little League baseball teams coming up. Hats, y'all. Hats, parent shirts, parent bags, parent blankets. Oh my gosh, what else? This is so much stuff. Uniforms, Little League uniforms, coach uniforms, coach jackets. Tons and tons of opportunity there. Kim Maynard says, Eve, when you do a big embroidery design with a lot of colors, how do you organize the thread to stitch out that design? This is the thing, depending upon which machines. Okay, now single needle machine, what I do is do a game plan. I already know what colors I'm going to use. It can help to use Sew What Pro to print out the template of your colors because they do have one page of nothing but your colors on it to let you know your colors that are coming up next. And then I get all of my threads and lay them out, set them out in a row so that I'll know this is next, this is next, this is next. Okay. And I try very diligently not to reorder my threads because in a lot of instances the embroidery design was created for colors to go in a certain order or the stitches to go in a certain order. So I try really hard not to reorder that stuff. But I lay everything out and then just go down the line of my threads. Now on the 6 needle machine, anything over 6 colors, same principle, but I have fewer threads to lay out on the table in preparation for switching out anything over 6. So that's pretty much how I organize them. If anyone else has another method that they use, please feel free to speak up. That's not an issue here. Red Roses 501 says, I have received referral from customers. Yes, very good. Talking to people where I purchase supplies, I explain what I do. Most of the time, I turn down orders. I don't embroider on shirts. Not that good yet. I think you are. Shirts are very easy. They lay flat. You can do it. You just take your time. Practice on some old shirts you have at home. Or if you don't have any old shirts at home, check out like Dollar Tree sells children's t-shirts for $1. You can also try the thrift store, finding like a discount bin that they may have. Sometimes like one of my local thrift stores, they have 50% off certain days. Try out on some expendable type stuff, and then it'll help you get into the practice. But I'm pretty sure you can do it. If you can embroider on anything else, you can embroider on shirts. You definitely can. Sheila Cuffy says, my daughter is on a cheer team. They always need embroidery. Yes, girl. Oh my God. They always need embroidery. Trust and believe I know that. I do a lot of embroidery for the cheer team. So yes, they do need it. And like I said, you can always come up with new and innovative ideas for them. I was talking to them about doing garment bags, for when the girls go travel and do cheer competitions. Garment bags was one. Not duffel bags because they already do their duffel bags, but like lunch bags if they want to take snacks, little things like that. You can throw other ideas, keychains. Just open it up because the one thing I do know is with the cheer and the sports, anything dealing with the sports and the cheer, they have or gymnastics, stuff like that. They have a lot of support. They love to showcase what they do. So anything that would let them say, hey, my daughter is a cheer for team ABCXYZ, go for it. So do some research and see what else is out there that you can offer, and that's more money for your business. Gayleen says Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts patches. Do a lot of patches around here. I do, and patches are starting to pick up, you guys. So if you don't know how to do patches, definitely look into it because it is starting to pick up way faster than I expected it to. So definitely check into patches. Nellie Smith says, "Hi, Eve in the group." Hi, Miss Nellie. Eve, was it difficult to get PayPal? No, PayPal is so easy. PayPal is so easy to get into. You start an account. Just make sure that you have an account to attach it to a landline type bank like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whatever the case may be, and tie it to that account. And you should be good. A debit card. Make sure you have a debit card with that account, and then you can get a PayPal debit card. And they all work hand in hand. But no, getting PayPal was not difficult at all. Of course, there are fees with PayPal. Every time someone pays you, fees are taken out of it, but it's not so bad that you're like, oh my god, this is the end of the world. Because either way, if you're trying to take cards, you're going to end up paying a fee somewhere. You're either going to pay the fee to your bank, or you're going to pay the fee to the credit card company and the machine that you use to take the credit card number with, or you're going to pay it to PayPal or Square or any of the other online payment accepting things. So one way or another, you're going to pay fees. You really are. So the fee thing really isn't that big of a deal. Welcome Home Farm says, I have a 10 spool thread stand near my machine that I organize my threads on. Mine attaches to my machine, but there are aftermarket stands that sit behind the embroidery machine on the table. That is correct. I bought a thread stand, but mine is one spool. And then I bought one thread stand from Amazon a year or so ago, and it was like a tree. It was or a coat rack almost. But it was layers to it, and it was light green and dark green pegs all the way around it. I was like, whoa, I can organize my threads. I'm gonna be great, because that was when I only had the single needle machine. And I got that stupid thing. It was so flimsy. I was so mad. I bagged that dad blame thing up after I put it in the drawer for some months. I finally bagged it up and sent it to the daggone thrift store. That thing had me hot. It was trash. So, yes, there are some really good thread stands out there. I haven't tried another multi-spool thread stand, so I don't have any listed on my Amazon page because I don't like to list anything I haven't used myself. So, definitely check and see. But Amazon carries them. They're Prime. You can get them. I haven't seen any at Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby for that matter. So I would definitely check either eBay or Amazon for affordable thread stand. But don't get the one that looks like the tree, the lime green with the green pig. Yeah, no, that was trash. Red Rosa says, thanks for the advice and encouragement. You're welcome, my dear. Thank you. Kim Maynard says, thank you, and thank you to you too, my dear. Debbie Kidd says, I live near Norfolk Naval Base. I got in with them several years ago and do thousands of name tags for the ships. Yes, man, yes. That name tag thing for the military, if you can get into that, you cooking with Wesson. I'm trying to tell you. It's a lot of work though, isn't it, Miss Kidd? You get a lot of business, and you have to be able to keep up with it. But if you get it, you know what you're doing, and you get it done right, name tags is excellent. But you have to live near some type military facility for the most part, unless you want to do mail order stuff. But it's they like convenience and being able to get to you and get their order in and out. So if you can do that, that's a good one too. Miss Social Deb says wrist bracelets is easy to do also. Yes, they are. And Little Miss Boutique says, hello, Miss Eve. Hello to you, my dear. How are you today? Thank you for being here. Harriet Anderson says, hi, Eve. I only take family orders. Hadn't really stepped out of your comfort zone yet. We're going to have to get you out that comfort zone, girl. We're going to have to say, hey, let's make this money. Take one customer and let me know how it goes. One person outside. And do something simple. A shirt. A shirt is easy. Or maybe a blanket or something to that effect. You can do it. I know you can. Welcome Home Farm says I did some in the hoop zipper cases, volleyball shaped for the girls to attach to the outside of their equipment bag. It held small items that would get lost in their bag. Very good. I did not do in the hoop zipper tags, but I did do keychains. Similar concept, but not storage. It was just a volleyball with their name and their number on the keychain. Did really well with those. Sold a lot of those. So yes, any little trinkets like that, definitely look into doing those. And the in the hoop stuff is very easy and easy to turn out. So you can, get several of them done and make money off of them. Something else, pull their business up. We're looking at opportunities. You're networking. You're networking with the different teams in the area. So if you're doing volleyball for one team, volleyball in the hoop zipper pouches, some of the others may want them too. So tell them to talk to the other team members that they may know, the coaches or what have you, and get that spread out as well. Sheila Cuffy asked me, is So What Pro hard to learn? I am going to say no, it's not. The thing is, you have to practice with it. You're going to have a learning curve with any embroidery editing program, no matter what they are. So What Pro does, however, keep things kind of simple, and everything is in the menus. So even if you don't recognize the little toolbar pictures, you can look in the menu and come across what you're looking for. There are many tutorials out there. I'm not the only one that does Sew It Pro tutorials. More tutorials are on the way. So one thing's for certain, if you have any questions, and there are Facebook groups, also Yahoo groups that will help you real time if you have any other questions about using the program. So definitely check on Facebook if you already have Sew It Pro, or the demo. Go into Facebook and join the Sew It Pro group, and they'll help you if you can't get the answer you need from the videos, the tutorials on it. Vanessa McCorkle says, WH Farm, oh my goodness, great idea. Yeah, that was a good idea. It really, those in the hoop zipper cases are phenomenal. I love them. Where is it? I saw something. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. I lost it. Oh, there it is. Julie, she says, even the Cash App to take payments is easy. I do Cash App for a lot of the cheer team because it's interesting. The cheer team that I do work for, they pay some of their cheer fees and stuff like that with Cash App. So they're like, well, do you take Cash App? Well, I sure do. So also don't limit yourself to just one thing. PayPal only. I have PayPal, I have Square, I take Cash App, I take payments on my website. So there are more than one avenue for me to take payments. Don't limit yourself, and that also allows the customer to pay in the means that makes them feel comfortable. I also take cash. So one thing I don't take is checks. I don't like the check, but take anything else. So try not to limit yourself unless it's a business check, and even then, I'd rather not. And I haven't had anybody say, "Well, we need to pay you by check" yet. So there are don't limit yourself on what you can do. Scrolling. I keep closing my eye because for whatever reason it's bothering me tonight. Let us see. Have you ever thought to do a video when you go to the supply store? Which supply store? Because I have Carolina Made, which is where I go get my embroidery blanks, like t-shirts, hats, stuff like that. I don't taking a camera there isn't going to help because they don't have a way for you to see stuff, and that it bothered me at first because I was like, oh man, I like to go in and window shop, or touch the stuff or whatever, and they don't offer that. But it is nice that I can go, they'll package my stuff, give it to me, and I'm gone. I don't have to worry about, you know standing in line and folks browsing and all that other kind of jazz. So taking the camera there wouldn't help. My thread store, I requested from my thread from Madeira to let me do a video. They weren't receptive to that. exciting competition with other thread stores and all that other kind of jazz. So haven't done that yet. I did want to take a girls trip to Atlanta to the Ganold store or to the Ganold facility to see if they will let me film there. Still hope to do that soon. I'll be going to Houston in the next couple of weeks, so can't do it like right now. But maybe when the weather warms up a little bit, like spring or first of summer, we might can do us a girls trip to Atlanta. We'll keep you in tune to let you know we put that together. So we'll discuss that hopefully soon. But yes, I have thought of doing videos going to supply stores. It's just difficult to know which ones is gonna let me do a video. And like I said, those two, ain't no point even taking the camera, unfortunately. Harriet Anderson says, "Hi Eve, I only take family orders." Um, that would be Faith, and I understand that. You have it though, you can definitely do it. Debbie Kidd says, "Always give your customers several business cards to hand out for you." That would be correct as well. I definitely give them two, sometimes a few more. I've even had customers ask me for more business cards. So yes, that is another. Keep business cards too, because I'm bad about running out of cards and not ordering more. So keep business cards on hand as well. Leah says, "Thank you, even everyone. You're welcome, my dear." Valerie Hill says, "Didn't hear the alert." That's okay. We'll watch the replay. Hello, even all. Hi, Miss Hill. I'm sorry you didn't hear the alert. From what I'm understanding, YouTube is having issues with that, and I apologize. So check your settings. Make sure that the alerts are turned on, which I'm sure they are. But yeah, YouTube is interesting when it comes to that. Let us see. Big Up says you can do a sew out of their logos and take it on an item as to show your level of work. They may see that your work is better than the service that they're using. That is an excellent suggestion to the one who was mentioning if you know of someone who's getting embroidery from another company. That is very good. That's an excellent suggestion. I'm gonna have to say that again because one thing's for certain, people go off of what they see, what they can see and tangible, what they can feel, and like, wow, that's amazing. And they're more willing to go with what you have to offer. Also, whatever you do work, keep a record of it. Like I had customers come through here, actually three different new customers come through here, and we were discussing patches. And I was telling them I do patches. Hey, you want to see some patches? And I have extra patches of patches that I've been doing work for lately, and I was able to show it to them and say, "Hey, look, here's some of the patches that I've done recently. You want to take a look?" And they were very pleased with what they saw. So always have an example of something that you've done so that they can see it and have a point of reference. I'm like, "Hey, I didn't think to do a patch." Got you on them patches. So yes, that is an excellent suggestion. Laura Dent says, "Do you know if it's possible to upload fonts you have purchased to the PR 655? After a year, I just thought about it and haven't figured out how." No, because everything that well, let me not say no. You can upload anything, any embroidery file, PS, and save it to your machine. But to have it show up along with the other fonts, not from what I've seen in that manual. It's not possible to do. So I'm going to have to say no, but that's only because of what limited information I've looked at so far. I haven't looked to do that because I'm pretty sure it can't be done. I know with the 4x4 machine, you can upload other designs and put them on the machine, but a whole alphabet, that machine doesn't have room for it. That one probably does, but you would painstakingly have to go through and pick each letter separate. It's not going to be like in the lettering feature of that machine. So I'm more than positive that that's not possible. I'll do research though, and we'll see if we can get the correct answer, and I'll leave a comment under the video if I find out otherwise. For now, I'm going to say no. But if I find different, I'll definitely mention that, as well as put the information in the video, description under the video. Patricia Mills says, "How about the hospital employee uniform jackets personalized for them? Eve? Fabulous, I'm telling you, and to all of you who want to use as food for thought. P.S. On their scrubs, what about that?" Scrubs are a huge business. As I mentioned at the doctor's office, they all wear scrubs. Nurses have personalized scrubs. The hats that they wear, I've seen those personalized as well. Um, Definitely offer that. Doctors' offices, chiropractic offices, hospitals. There's just no end to the medical facilities that you can contact to do their scrubs because they love personalized scrubs and they love scrubs with their. So yes, that's an excellent one. Glam Glam says, "Hi E, will you be selling the baby bib templates in the near future?" um, hmm. I did sell out of the ones that I was going to do. It was limited. What I am considering is doing it as a downloadable file. I haven't gotten to that point yet because I have been quite busy. But yes, I am considering doing it as a file that you can send to your cutter and possibly cut it out yourself or print it out on the printer and make your own. So I just have to get around to it. And Miss Kenya says there's a new update for So What Pro. Yes, it is. And there's also, for those who may not know, there is a new lettering program with So What Pro that is going to be available. I'm not 100% sure if it's available already. I think it is. But you will be able to do BX fonts now through the SNS Computing family. So I'm pretty sure it's a standalone program, kind of like So Right, where you do fonts and you lay out words and stuff with So Right. You'll be able to use BX fonts with this particular program. What the name of it is right now, it escapes me. I meant to do research on it and get the names and all that information before the video, but I forgot. So I apologize on that. But there will be a link in the description below. After I finish this video, we'll pull it up and definitely put it in the description. But now we'll be able to do BX fonts with something other than the other program that's out there. So, so that's something new. And yes, there is also an update for Solar Pro, but that's if I'm remembering, the BX isn't for Solar Pro; it's a different program. And Leah says, Patricia, that's a great idea. Jaylene says, have you ever used the 6590 needle for small lettering? I watched the video and they said it's best for tight lettering. I haven't had the need to go that small in the needle yet. I've used the smaller weight thread, yes. But the needle, no. I haven't gone that small with the needle yet. If you are embroidering something that needs to have lettering that small, then yes, it can be helpful. But you also have to understand that because embroidery has layers, sometimes if you're embroidering over something embroidery that's already there, like a patch, for instance, and then embroidering over it, just be careful with the thinner needle. But yes, you can use a thinner needle for that. I haven't done it. I just drop down my weight of thread and just use a smaller weight thread. Vanessa says, I've been trying to get into the hospitals for the name tag, no luck. I even made the eye doctor eyeball keychains with different color eyeballs. He said thanks and kept them all for himself. Oh, that sounds cool though. I haven't seen the eye doctor eyeball keychains. That's funny. But yeah, sometimes it's gonna be hard to get in there. It's no lie. Definitely check with, getting good with nurses, the nursing staff, the front desk staff. Sometimes those are your better bets to get in because they have influence on what they all want in that office. Yes, the final call could belong to the doctor, but even if they can't convince the doctor to use your services for the company, for the doctor's office, they may use your services themselves for their own personal usage. So definitely don't discount knock the whole office because the doctor is being a bum. you know, just go check in with the front desk or check with a couple of the nurses and see if you can't get in that way. I've made quite a few friends at a couple of my doctor's offices with the staff, more so than the doctor themselves. So sometimes they're too busy to really want to think about that or deal with that. We already got something. I don't want to deal with nothing else. Why? Because there's extra work for them. Check in with the staff. They have more time on their hands, and like I said, they know what they want. So check with them instead. Tanya Williamson says, Vanessa, have you visited various doctors' offices to promote? And exactly, same principle. Just if you can't get in with the doctor, check with the front desk. So, Vanessa says, know your own personal physician. So, yes, definitely reach out. Networking. Um, let's see. Bickham says, micro fonts are a cool thing to add because not everyone can do it. You can put it in tight places since they are 3 to 6 millimeters or so. So, definitely check into microfont. I have done microfonts with a couple of business logos, but on a regular basis for me, I haven't used them. But they are helpful because, as she mentioned, not everybody can do them. Not everybody has the knowledge to, as you mentioned, go with a smaller needle, or as I mentioned, with the thinner thread. There are advantages to a more experienced embroiderer. So, yes, definitely check into the smaller fonts. Miss Sheila Cuffy, I do have a patch video. It is on here, and I also have a sample patch that you can get off of my website for $1 to go along with the video to practice making your patches. There's a blank patch. There's a patch with the embroidery on it, and then there's also just the same embroidery that's on the patch separate. Want to use it for something else? It doesn't matter. That I digitized and made myself. I just scrolled over. Do you have to pay for the So What Pro updates? No, there is no charge for So What Pro updates at all. Thank gosh. Laura Dent. Oh, I know that's right, Vanessa. I'm a 7511 girl too. I stick with that same needle. I refuse. I'm bad too. I need to be using jersey needles when I'm using knit, and a lot of times I don't change it because I forget, and it causes me problems. So yeah, 7511 all day long over here. Virginia Young says some hospitals only give their logos to certain companies because of security purposes, and that makes a lot of sense. So that does answer some question as to why it would be more difficult to get into the hospital. Vicky Marshall says, hi, even everyone. Hi, Miss Vicky. How are you today? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Nellie Smith says, Eve, is your trip to Houston a vacation? I have family there and would love to meet you. It is not a vacation. It's actually, I'm going to teach an embroidery class that week. So from the 31st to the 5th, I will be with my student and teaching embroidery things. Now, that being said, I did offer to do a meetup at one of the local Joann's because there's a Joann's not too far from where the classes are going to be. So it's a possibility I could meet you at Joann's. But I wanted to plan that a little bit closer to the trip. So probably this week coming, I'll get some more information concrete. If you're in the Google Plus group, I'll be posting information about it there so that those who are in the group can keep up abreast of what I have going on. So you can check there for the updates. If you're not in the Google Plus group, I will be broadcasting from there on Sunday, probably through my phone, not so much my laptop. I gotta figure that out. But I will have more information there as well, even though that's the end of the weekend. So I don't know. It's all in the air right now. So I haven't completely thought that through because it was just kind of like, hey, I ought to meet up with some folks while I'm out there. So I'm thinking Joann's, going in and because I'm not 9 times out of 10 going to have to buy supplies while I'm there. So while I'm in Joann's, why not say, hey, let's do a quick meetup and say hi. So I'll let you know this week, closer to the time, exactly which one it's going to be at. Kim Maynard says he does have a patch video already. Thank you, ma'am. Debbie Kidd says, don't forget vet hospitals. OMG. One of my best clients is an emergency vet hospital. Yes. Our doggies physicians need love too. So vet hospitals is an excellent one. Tanya Williamson says, Vanessa, you work at a doctor's office. I love how y'all talk to each other. That tickles me. I love it. Debbie Kidd says I use the 65/9 needle and 60 weight thread all the time. Very good. See, I'm 7511. I got stuck. I probably need to switch down, but I didn't. Now I don't use my 60 weight thread all the time because I like the feel of the 40 weight. But if I have to bump it down, I definitely do. I have a whole section of 60 weight thread over there in all my primary colors that I use. So definitely do have it available for when I'm ready to use it. Ms. Beckham says you have a uniform shop in your area that supplies all medical uniforms and accessories. They had never been approached. Take your samples to them with business cards, and that's another source. You have excellent information. I really appreciate that. So you have uniform shops, you have scrubs and things. Any of those shops you can use. Um, and as I mentioned, you have luggage. You have like your Belks, your J.C. Penney's. A lot of these places, these people want embroidery, and there's nobody offering it there, or they have to ship it out to get it embroidered and wait weeks for it to come back. You could be the answer to what they want when they need quick, fast turnaround embroidery. But again, if you network out that way, if you network to the doctor's offices, if you network to the vets, you network to the uniform shop, you have to be prepared. I promise you, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. And you're like, oh my God, I have all this work and no time to get it done in. When I tell y'all, what's today? Today is Sunday. Friday night, I had an order that needed to go out Saturday morning. And now I had part of that order I had already had. Then the customer came Thursday and added to it, but she still needed it by Saturday morning. Rush orders and you get a rush fee. Long story short, I was up all night long. For those that follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw I posted a picture. I finally went to bed about 11 o'clock the next morning because I had been up all night long working on this dad blame order because I was going to get it out that next morning. Sometimes it takes that. So when you have this influx of business, you have to be prepared for it, my dears, because I promise you, you'll be stressed all the way out and just like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore because you weren't prepared for it. Fortunately, I have been trying to go ahead and, like I mentioned about 3-4 months ago, get my ducks in a row. So it's been a little easier, but it still can be test. It still can test my patience at times, and I have to be careful. I have people that I gripe to, like Miss Beckham. I call and gripe to her all the time, and I know she's tired of me, but I mean, it is what it is. So Justin hears my gripes all the time. It's hilarious. Miss Lorraine, I have a lot of people I gripe to. I'm sorry. And it also helps with your networking. If that's another thing too, don't just limit your networking to business and making money. Okay? Network to people who can be there to support you, to encourage you, to be the shoulder you cry on when that customer calls and they're upset with the order because it didn't turn out the way they wanted. Sometimes we have to vent in order to preserve our sanity. That's okay. That is completely okay. I promise it is. So we don't always get it right all the time. So you really need to have a good support group around you. If you don't have a good support group at home, if you don't have a husband that understands and he don't want to hear it because he doesn't know what embroidery stitches and stitch count and the design got messed up or the hoop bumped and your design got thrown off, he may not understand all of that. He may not want to understand all of that. And he's the only other person around that you can talk to because the 6-year-old don't even know what you're saying. Okay, we get that. Google Plus group, you have a whole group of folks in there. I think we're at 250 now. A group of folks that are like waiting. We all do the same thing. Join in. Say, hey, I'm having this problem. How was your day today? What are you working on today? This is what I'm working on. Sometimes it helps to have that network of those, the support group as well. So definitely do that as well. Because if you're in a better frame of mind and you have that good front end support, your customers, or will we be considered the back end? Not sure. But either way, when you're in a good place mentally because you're able to vent and you have folks that are there supporting you and cheering you on, it helps make for a better customer. I mean, better company. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue tied. It makes for a better company. Okay, and it helps keep you on your toes. It helps keep you encouraged. If you come up with something and you're stuck, we're all here for you. The link is down below. It's free. I don't charge anything. We all are there. We keep the group positive. It's a very good environment to join in. So definitely click the link below if you want to be a part of that Google Plus group. If you do have a good support group already, please utilize it. Utilize it. Don't get so frustrated and alone and think that you can't handle what's going on when you really can. And I just looked up and realized it's after 8 o'clock, y'all. I am so sorry. I've been running my mouth. I didn't know that. Let me get back to this. And also, while I'm going down, if you have a machine that you need the bell ring for, now it's time to let me know because I need to sign off. I don't want to keep y'all. I've already been over an hour and didn't know it. So let me know if you got a machine. Leave it below because I'm getting down to it. Miss Bickup says she uses, oh my gosh, no larger than a 60 weight thread, and you'll like that better. Valerie, you never know when just planting the seed of your business will come back. Talked to a doctor's office a year ago about doing their lab coats, and 3 years later, they contacted me. So, oh, she said years ago she contacted them. 3 years later, they contacted her. So, yes, sometimes you just put a little bug in their ear and they'll get back to you. Also, for friends and family, do you whip out a contract? If you think you need a contract for your friends and family, by all means do it. Family and friends are not exempt from telling you, you know what, I don't like this and I'm not paying for it. So that may be something you would need to do. That would suck, but it may be something you need to do. Dorothy Brown says, hi Eve, barely caught you today. I will go back and watch this whole video later. Well, I appreciate you coming in anyway, Miss Brown. Thank you very much. It's informative, and we're working on networking, where we were discussing networking. So I hope it will be helpful to you. And if you guys have any other suggestions or requests for topics for us to discuss, because for the month of January, I was trying to keep everything on improving your business or taking your business to the next level for 2018. That's the point of these sessions of live discussions. Valerie Hill says, of course, you were a patient, and they ordered 1,000 t-shirts to give away. You see what I'm saying? There's all kinds of room for some type of embroidery in a lot of these places. So definitely don't cut yourself short. You said you have no clue on your weights of threads, donated items. Definitely check your labels, because it is important to know what your weights of threads are. So check your labels. If you don't have labels, that's okay. Just continue to use what you have, but check that whenever you purchase thread from now on. 40 weight is the standard. 40 weight is your standard thread. 60 weight is a lot smaller than 40 weight for those fine details and those little teeny writing, and it even goes as far as 75 weight. Madeira carries 75 weight, which is way smaller than that. So your weights, your 40 weight is your generic embroidery thread. Let's see. Bickup says, I put the 70 in your last needle and run all micro in that needle. Only change to the smaller and thinner thread when using the micro font. So thank you for letting us know that. And you mentioned something earlier I wanted to go back to. Patricia Mills, Candia did a jacket on her channel. I just remembered take a look, everyone. She did a fantastic job, a wow factor. Took it to another level. Forget about that. She has a video for that. Very good. Jackets are fun to do, and a lot of your sororities, a lot of your sports teams, they all love the jackets. I've been doing jackets for the cheer team. So yes, daycare centers, Miss Bickham. Oh my gosh. You always forget about the little daycare centers. They do embroidery sometimes as well, or they may want to make gifts for the babies that come or the kids that come for their nap time. Those little $2.50 blankets from Walmart are perfect for those daycare centers, the little kids, and embroider their little name on it. You know, sell them a blanket, $10 a kid, or whatever you want to do. It's up to you how you want to charge. But that is something else that could be available for the daycares. Patricia Mills, good night, everyone. Good night. Like sharing something big or small. I speak blessings on everyone. Thank you, Miss Patricia. I appreciate that. Welcome Home says, would you share your contract sometime? I could. Miss Candia actually offers contract guidance and information as well. So if you have a moment to pop over to her channel, she does have a video on contracts. Bila 33, besides business cards, what else do you need to have prepared before you start contacting people? Business cards, something that you can show them what work you do, whether it be a website, whether it be a pamphlet, whether it be a postcard, something of that magnitude, sample book of your work. Invoicing, a way to invoice people is a huge definite have to have. You need to invoice people. So I would suggest maybe PayPal or something like that. 17 Hats also has an invoicing system. They are in the link below. So there's a number of options out there for invoicing that you should be able to do, and also get your verbiage for your contract. Are you getting your money up front? Are you doing a 50% deposit? Do you replace items if you damage them during embroidery? What is your turnaround time? Those are things that you definitely want to make sure you know how to project to your new customers when you get them. So that's just a few things. Debbie Kid says, I only use 60 weight when doing small names on the Navy name tag. Very good. Welcome Home Farm, my response to friends and family who want me to do a project, the people that want to take advantage of me. I ask them what their budget is, and I let them know what I can do within their budget. That is excellent. Harriet says, thanks, even good night. Good night to you, Miss Harriet. Sheila Cuffy, how do we find Candia's channel? You spelled her name out correctly. Just look up Candia Hainsworth, Hayne, and it should populate in the search bar for Google. What? Nobody has said anything about a new machine. I am surprised because I guess maybe everybody said something last week. That is hilarious. Regina Young, thank you. Good night. Thank you to you too. Happy embroidering. Yes, to you too. Thanks, Vanessa, as well from me and Miss Sheila. And Miss Social Dev says, I have a friend that put in a large order, not in the business, but did take the order. Now got the order done. She didn't change her mind. You had other avenues. I'm glad you did, my dear, which is why I get my money up front. I don't play that. You can make up some small patches since they're so hot right now. Yes, put things like Gamecocks or something local to your area on it. Staple your business card and ask if you can leave as freebies at the doctor's offices. People love freebies. Love them, love them, love them. So definitely look into that. Miss Bickham, you mentioned something earlier. And I've been trying to find it because it was something I really wanted to mention really quickly. And now I cannot, for the life of me, find it. You said microfonts there. It was pretty important. I may have to come back to it for our next discussion because it was really a good point. So you guys, I'll get back to it for our next discussion. I apologize. Patricia Mills mentioned it was a hospital employee jacket 3/4 length. Serious to take a look. Bye for real. Bye for real. It's time for me too, y'all. Well, I appreciate it. No bell ringing today. I feel kind of bad. Make me want to make up a machine so I can ring because I like to hear the bell, but it's all right. We ain't gonna worry about it. I thank you guys for being here this evening. I really appreciate you guys popping in to watch. It just, it warms my heart to know we're such a great community. If you're not a part of the Google Plus group, definitely click that link below for the Google Plus group. Share your projects, share your pictures of your projects. We want to see what you're working on, and we definitely want to keep you encouraged in your field of embroidery, in your business if you have one, or in your hobby of embroidery if that's what you do. I also want to let you guys know, as I mentioned, that I'll be traveling. So we'll have some changes in our live coming up for the next week or so. So don't be surprised if you see something different. If you're in the Houston area, hit me up in the comments below or send me a message. If you're in the Google Plus group, let me know where you are. And we'll try and let you be abreast of where I'll be so that we can meet up. I would love to meet you, especially if you're in the area. So I think that's going to do it for us today. Hit the like button if you like the video. Let others know if you're in an embroidery network somewhere. Hey, check us out. Join in the discussion because we like as much information funneled into this as we possibly can. And I want to say that I want to let you know that I'm very grateful to each and every one of you for taking the time to join our channel and watch our videos. I am humbled. So until the next time that I see you all, I want you all to have happy embroidering. You have a good night, and I look forward to our next discussion, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week, okay? Have a good night. Bye.